And here I am. Yeah, sorry for that confusion. Just trying to switch to gaming. Let's switch to this gaming. Hey,
Hello.
so this time not as many people.
Yeah.
We wait a few minutes and see if other people show up. But if not, that will be a nice little date for the two of us. But then, how are you feeling?
Better. The medicine is helping a lot.
It's nice to hear.
And how are you doing?
Probably you also needed to eat soup and stuff like that.
Yeah. Most of the time I just lay in bed and read some books.
Oh, what did you read?
Um, Warhammer 40k Plague Wars. The
Oh,
Ultramarine book with Gilliman against the Death Guard.
cool. I actually have the first part also, even in German, but I never got to reading it because most of the 40k books or most books I read, I actually listen to because lately or in the last year my time is so short that or I can't. It just makes more sense to listen to it while I do something else.
Yeah, when I started reading the Horus Heresy, I switched also to audiobooks later
Well,
because it was way too much.
very understandable.
60 books or something. But I
Yeah,
finished it.
probably even more by now.
Isn't Lee or Tiny Grey people joining?
Lee wanted to do a variety stream and Tiny Grey people.
Ah,
I don't know. I think he
oh,
had a rough week.
okay.
Do you listen to the books in German or in English?
German.
Oh, you actually nothing. I have to admit I can't just listen in English because in German they sometimes or most of the time just abbreviate on not abbreviate they pronounce the stuff so weirdly.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, I also switched to buying all the Kill Team stuff or all the rules stuff in English. And
Yeah, that's
Serena
also
VTuber is
good.
here. Bonjour. I hope you are great. I great that you are here. Go on, Kira.
All my 40k rule books, I first I bought them in German, but now I also switched to English because it's better to understand with Overwatch and all the things in the rule book,
Yeah, and
and it's
most of
cheaper
the
actually.
yeah, and most of the channels that you can actually watch also have the stuff in English. So it's also easier to understand. And I'm fine, Serena. And thank you, Fishy Finger, for not being first. I think if no one else wants to join, we just start. I mean, a bit of a challenge for just two, but no one else joins. Oh,
snow is both.
that's also. Yeah. Oh, if I will hydrate. And thank you, Serena, for being first. Um, yeah, today it's just the two of us, Kira and me. For the moment. Yeah, let's create a match. We will not try the weekly, the normal survival. And thank you for the headpads. Yes. Okay. Okay, before we begin, I have to restart, or actually start, mix it up, so that the headpads are actually showing. As a streamer, especially as a VTuber, you have to have so many programs running. I mean, I have OBS, I have the ground control, I've mixed it up, I have VTube Studio. I can allow that again. I hope this time it works. And I also have the Twitch integrated throwing system. So many nice things. And in between that, the actual game should also run. Yes, I hope now it works. Starting map. Can you not just any?
My PC
Okay.
couldn't handle all these apps at the same time. I think that's pretty too much for my PC to handle.
Yeah, possible. And I'm just glad I got this new PC right when I started, because then great people kind of destroyed my old one, and it was really old and having problems. So yeah, and it's even worse when I have my normal 2D model, because that also then needs a lot of power, or more power than just a simple PNG. Okay, let's keep it at hard. Oh no, let's just go for normal. And yeah, let's see if you can find a game. And I think the open slots will be quickly filled with online people, because the game also did this on our other tries or other gaming ads. But yeah, what I wanted to say, it's kind of my fault that not so many people showed up, because I could have announced it earlier, and I actually wrote the wrong time into my schedule, and it's quite a long time since we did these streams, because personal stuff got in the way on Fridays. Oh yeah, let's see how it goes. Castle water, of course, it's water. Of course.
Oh no, not him again.
Let's just hope we can manage that on normal. Is it just me, or are the rooms bigger than usual?
Yeah, it seems so. It's a map. I think we never played on this map, or I can't remember.
That's possible, actually. My for. This isn't it. Goes very smoothly. a bit bad if the first round would be hard. But yeah, I don't want to make you jealous, but I ate an hour ago, and I ate mutton with spinach and rice. So an Indian takeaway.
Sounds
It's just,
pretty good.
and I also ordered some of this naan bread with it, and I tend to make a yogurt dip with it, and I just get a yogurt and put in a bit of honey, and yeah, that is the best dip I can do in a short amount of time. I think this is a community map because it seems like I can't put my finger on it. It looks like just the assets were placed and then yeah, that's it. Unpolished. Looks unpolished. Maybe that's the snow here. Ah, yes, we can do the skip trader thing. Come on, Zeds. It's just the two of us.
So, where are
We
they?
are experts. Huh. Okay, maybe I should switch to my primary weapon. I guess moth smoothie. Let's pop all the heads off.
It also looks a little bit like a Resident Evil castle.
I have to admit I never played Resident Evil, so possible. I trust your knowledge.
Perfect. Pod is open again. Let's get you restocked.
Okay, I don't want to lean myself too much out of the window, but if this is even an English way of saying stuff, but it seems kind of too easy.
Don't underestimate the
But
enemy.
8 waves
One
to go.
mistake,
Let's see.
and we're all dead. Unit, health check. Yeah, not bad.
Okay, at least this saves a bit of time.
More Zeds inbound.
Where are they?
Target eliminated. Reloading.
A solid start.
And yeah, next week I kind of want to try an RTS community play together. And the obvious choice is Dawn of War. On the popular request of one person. Probably isn't much of a secret who it was. But if you have any ideas for games we could play, and please Be free to tell him.
The suggestion once was Hearts of Iron community game.
Oh, that would also be cool. We would have to plan a lot of time for that. Because I tend to lose myself into in the game, but we can also do that. We only need to figure out which mod do we play. Or we play vanilla.
I mean, the new DLC is coming out, I think, in 1 week? Or 6 days, actually.
Oh, which DLC this time? I'm not up to date.
Japanese, China, and Philippines rework.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, especially Japan, in my opinion, needed one.
Yeah. Definitely. And also China.
Yeah, fair enough also.
And after that,
I have to admit,
make,
yeah.
Yes?
I just wanted to admit I.
No, you first.
Okay, I have to admit I only played the various Chinas for the achievements. I never played them because I wanted to play them. Japan I played because I wanted to play it. That's the only thing I wanted to say.
Japan is information. The DLC after that is probably the Czech Republic. And I think the Balkan again. Or America rework.
Oh, America
The
needs.
American focus tree is
Yeah.
also pretty boring.
Yeah, it's boring, and the stuff with the votes. Well, yes. But looks like everyone that gets reworked gets this palm balance system, and I'm not a big fan of that.
I think
At least it seems like it.
Italy rework was good, but it's the balancing stuff and these side missions where you have to build 300 fighters or you get a big debuff is, in my opinion, pretty annoying. When you try to concentrate on something else, but then the game says if you don't build this and this, you basically get a pretty big debuff.
Yeah.
That's Italy. I think that's not really good.
And I mean, I've not been very active Hearts of Iron 4 player in the last few years. But I was kind of excited for the Germany DLC, but when I saw that the German Empire loses Burgenland just to get an alliance with Hungary, and you can't even say no to that, and you don't give that away, it's... Yeah, I just like the border purity, more or less. I also would have hoped that you can... I also want always to get the Sudetenland and also South Tyrol. So I have to admit I'm happy that South Tyrol even exists. I mean that's a big win. But most of the time this is also hard to get. And I noticed playing in pure Germany, you're not as fast as with the last focus tree. It always seems like I lose time somewhere. With the political stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Come see me. The pod's safely open. Nicely done.
I play most
Yeah,
of
that
the
would be
time,
nice.
Italy.
Oh, really? Why?
But when I play Hearts of Iron, I play with my friend, and he's plays most of the time all the majors.
Ah,
I play basically the support nations. So when he
okay.
plays Germany, I play Italy, or he's England, I'm France, or when he plays Japan, I'm
Now
Manchukuo
spend it.
or Manchurai. I don't know really the English word for that country. I think it was
I think
Manchukuo.
Manchukuo was pretty right. Yeah, I tend to play France,
Time's over.
baby Germany. Not as often as when I started playing Hearts of Iron 4. And I also like to play Bulgaria. Because I think Bulgaria is pretty cool. And I also like to be a
Oh,
Bulgarian border purist.
Bulgaria was
And I
also a
my
good
favorite
nation, but
my
with
favorite ideal yeah.
Bulgaria with the one DLC, Battle of Bosporus, this major bug where you have 100% attrition in your own country, as Bulgaria was also pretty annoying.
I have to admit I never
Yeah.
encountered that.
Ah,
That would
it
be
was actually a big thing as the DLC came out. You had 100% attrition in your own country.
that sounds so stupid.
Yeah.
That's probably the Balkans debuff. And there comes the first big one. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
But yeah, now I forgot what I wanted to say. My favorite ideology is non-aligned, by the way.
Yeah.
And I know that's one of the most yes, but I know that's one of the most uninteresting ideologies from what you can do with it. And most of the focus trees are also very uninteresting, and you can't just declare war on people like communists or fascists.
Excellent.
But at least it's more interesting than democracy. And that's the most important part.
democracy is-
Oh, thank you, Sabrina, for the crystals.
That was the
Crystal
last
hearts.
one. Get to the indicated pod for resupply.
Goes pretty well, but I think for the next game I will
Get
up
yourself
the
fixed up.
difficulty.
You look terrible.
I look terrible. I have 92 health left.
Found a weapon.
Bonjour. Come and get your tools of trade.
Sound off. How are we?
Yeah, for Hearts of Iron 4, I would actually need to read into what the actual meta now is. I mean, which divisions. Because when I was achievement hunting, it was the 7-2s for the standard infantry.
Lock it down, team. No more screw ups. Watch
I
our
think actually at
flanks.
the moment
They'll
are
hit us
18
when we're vulnerable.
with infantry spam. Also just 18
Taking
with
too many
normal infantry.
casualties.
Oh,
Time's almost up.
No artillery because at the grand battle plan is at the moment the most best doctrine.
Keep the area secure.
nice to know.
Battle's lost if we let ourselves relax.
I mean, I usually took as Germany, I usually took mobile warfare And as France, I usually take overwhelming firepower, I think.
That was also a long time the meta.
Just like being in a
I have to admit, most of the achievements I got with guides. Like with the first Finland stuff, where you should never surrender or something like that. Had you take Indonesia and use their manpower, stuff like that. Because some achievements are without these cheese methods, I think, hardly possible.
Yeah. Some achievements really are just pain.
I think the worst one that I did was before all the new DLCs came out, the one where you had to get all the areas for the Habsburg monarchy.
check.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh. And I think the worst one I actually did, and the one I had to do most tries was the Siberian tiger.
Area's still pretty
Yeah,
secure.
with
Let's count that
Kanatuba
as a win.
to conquer the
Yeah.
nicht conquer the Soviet Union,
You
to
earned the most money.
just make the Siberian unity or something like that.
Yeah, so Siberia, I think.
Made the enemy.
But yeah, after
Yeah.
that, I never wanted to do the achievements again, and I basically just played the game for the achievements.
Really understandable.
We're not finished here.
But the problem with this achievement is every time a new DLC comes, there is also new achievements, and yeah, it's kind of the grind begins again. Then after that I just did achievements I chose, especially the Germany ones.
Check your weapons and ammo.
Although the Germany ones, I think were lately very uninteresting. But of course, for my display, I need most of the German ones.
Yeah,
I like
what
to put the
ones were.
achievements on my Steam display.
Shooty, bang, bang, please.
And yeah, I also liked the one with Ethiopia with the lion on it. Because for some reason I was just like Ethiopia. But I mean, they are the most
Okay,
interesting
achievements
African
also.
nation.
Bloody alive. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, that's true.
The battles last if
And
you
they
let
are
ourselves
100% more interesting than South Africa.
South Africa also needs a new focus tree.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
the Commonwealth nations, Australia, Canada.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on Canada. And I know someone who would like Canada rework, but Canada, I really never played them. I just played these nations for the achievements. Really, never played them at least voluntarily by myself, because there's no reason and they're just boring. Only the UK makes sense to play the UK. I think that the monarchist part for the UK was pretty alright. I mean, at least they give you the option to annihilate serve to Germany, but I also think it's kind of lagging. But it's cool that you can unite the Anglosphere, stuff like that, and do some at least a bit uniting stuff, and that you can do the World Federation. For France, I actually prefer to go communist,
Remains unbreached.
because
Yeah.
I'm impressed by your
I
survival instinct out there.
Quite a few years ago, I was big into alternate history and also made my own timeline. Germany won the World War, the First World War, and I made France communist, and that's why I prefer to play communist France. I actually like the syndicalist or the union communist part more, just because I want to have my own faction and don't want to be ja, ne, milieu. Just because I don't want to be dependent on Stalin. And the monarchist paths are. I mean, it's cool that you have three, but none of them is really fleshed out. I mean, the Napoleon path, at least a little bit, but yeah, not really much. Hey, Fiery Marine, how are you? Good that you are here.
I would assume that you played also then the mod Kaiserreich.
Yes, but not as much. But I know the lore. And I know most of the memes still.
They're working well together so far.
But yeah, I think I played Wonderworld Blues more and Road to 56 also. And I think the mod I played most alone was the World War One mod. Because I think for my alternate history thoughts, it was the best one to fulfill my stuff in there, because there also the provinces are different and you have this cool peace treaty mechanic. And you can actually choose if you want to ally yourself to Japan or China, or if you want to do something there or not. I kind of miss that you actually would want that you can ally yourself to either China or Japan as monarchist Germany or as German Empire in new DLC. Ah, there he goes. Oh.
Finish the last ones off, so I can open the trader pod for you.
Hate scrakes.
But yeah, I'm so much of a border purist for my own visions in my timeline, how Germany should look without the territories that I made, not of course now outdated modern. I also took it out of the workshop, but I simply added Pressburg or Bratislava, the capital of Slovenia, to the Burgenland.
The area remains totally secure.
Yeah, that was something I did.
Was
Taking down a scrake
the
comes
worst
naturally
thing
to
after a peace conference, when the AI takes all the land and it just looks terrible.
Yeah, with these when they reworked the peace conferences, that was the start of even more border gore.
With the Italy
They're
DLC,
winning,
I think it
yes.
was by Blood
Do not
Alone,
underestimate our enemy.
where the peace
Yeah.
conference really got
come and get your tools of trade.
annoying.
And sometimes then you have multiple, I don't know, Russias or something like that.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Squad health check. Good, danke.
I, by the way, have to admit that I never really built tanks. I just used light tank templates, and sometimes when I build tanks, I build medium tanks, but just if I have nothing else to produce in the late game. And I never really bother with the air stuff. Maybe with the navy stuff when I know I need it, especially if you want to invade UK somehow. Which I heard should be harder. Because I heard that
At
there
first
that the UK guards better now again.
yeah, that was the
Oh,
problem
oh
when
no.
the DLC Götterdämmerung came out. We had the new focus Sea Lion, and that was a little bit too strong. So I can remember when I played with my friend, you can just invade UK even when you don't have navy, because the penalty debuff and everything was too high. The UK wouldn't defend his coast, so they patched it and
Oh.
made the focus a little bit weaker.
Makes sense. Not a healer? Well, what do you mean with not the healer? Oh, the robot is the healer here. Oh, yeah, great that you're here, Woody Mula. How are you? Great that you're here. And also, Ontos, hey, how are you? And great that you're here too. Yeah, I think Hearts of Iron 4 is game most of us have. It would be cool also, but as I said, probably needs a little bit of time and announcement beforehand. And yeah, we should agree on a mod. Yes. I mean, I remember that this was when I played it. And funny enough, on the evening of the Russian invasion, I actually played for the Russian Empire achievement. You have to get the old borders back, and it was a Wednesday. I can remember that very clearly because I played till 4 a.m. and I should have gotten to work at 7, and I of course almost slept it and was there at 9, and I yeah, just the actual invasion took only part a few hours after I invaded the Ukraine, because they get free after the Civil War, and yeah, that was very memorable. That's why I remember what day it was.
You earned the money. Now spend it.
Oh yeah, one thing I also did, because when you play Hearts of Iron 4, you think I'll just do this,
Last chance.
and then I'll do other stuff. And I also tried to cook while playing, and yeah, managed to burn carrots
Back to it, mes amis.
when I played. Yes, and a lot of other stuff. So yeah, it was very addicting. This is how Hearts of Iron 4 is. The only game I had it with in this extreme was Civilization 5. I just wanted to play another turn and another turn, and yeah.
I think a lot of strategy games are just time skips. You look at the clock. Oh, it's 1 a.m. Okay, let's play a little bit longer. What do you mean the sun
Yeah.
is rising?
The last game I actually had it with was the Total War Troy, when I played one of the Amazons, or the one Amazon that actually has a kingdom and is not moving around. Yeah, I burned carrots. I tried to cook them in a pot. Not a long story, but a weird one. The grind before work, yes. Actually, I spent a lot of time at work in the doing that time, looking up how I could get the achievements the best way. Hearts of Iron 4 Ontos. Hearts of Iron 4 is too hard for me. It's too much for my smooth brain. I mean, if I can play it, you can also play it. But I have to admit they added a lot more functions than they were earlier. I mean, I never bother with research. I don't design planes or ships for that matter, and tanks very rarely.
Make these last
And yeah, I'm just glad when I remember to build an agency.
good plan. Get as far from the pod as possible.
I have almost 23 hours. Oh, I honest. Your fledgling baby. I think I have 1,000 plus hours.
Get moving. You're miles
So much
away.
time I will never get back. And for a marine, easily invest couple hundred hours into it.
Want to get to the
See my
pod.
British friends mostly play it. Yeah, I'm wondering here. And we are done. But yeah, that definitely well the idea for community play together. I'm 50 ontos. So much time I would never get back. Me with War Thunder. Ah, yes. I also played War Thunder a lot. And I had the friends to play it with. But I was never good. And I'm always the first one to die. Because I don't think of cover or stuff like that. For Marine, I mean, I already have 120 hours at .4.1 DE since release. I would have thought you have more. I'll skip trader. Oops. Yeah. Oh, I have to hold it. Whoop. Probably the hardest part would be to
Zeds.
to agree on who can play which nation. And there he is. There he is, our arch enemy. Others, I got 2,975 hours on Steam, but that's not counting the 4 years I played on my PS4. You played War Thunder on the PS4? Wow. What the fuck was that? Wait, what the fuck is that? Oh, these are Knowns? There he goes. Okay, that was too easy for us. Still shit that you can't just switch the difficulty.
Free money, people! Who wants some cash? Anyone need some money? My war contribution. Free money, people!
At least I'm still the head popper. And that is what counts. Sorry to do this, but I will exit the main menu. For Marine, honestly, you are the first girl I hear of to have played War Thunder. Ah, possible. I mean, if I remember correctly, one of the VTubers I casually follow on Twitter also plays War Thunder. It's that Egyptian history kind of VTuber. This whatever soul. Yeah, it's probably quite rare. I have to admit, it's not really my favorite game. I mean, I played with the other stream, but it wasn't so much fun because I died so often. And I also had no real idea what I was doing. Create a match. Create a party. Get Kira back in. So let's play War Thunder, yes. Okay. I remembered it correctly. Create a match. At this time on hard. Okay, Annie, in hopes that we get a decent map. Yeah, after 11 months, I think. I bring back the original military history Tuesday. The choice is just if I play Total War Troy, or if I play this Ostfront game that Lee is so fond of. Because for now it looks good. The one tutorial I played.
Okay.
I just controlled some infantry.
First batch of Zeds heading your way. Get ready.
Kind of reminded me of the I don't know how the original game is called, but the one version is called Battle of Empires. And yeah, I nearly played every World War One game that is on Steam. Because there are not that many. Quite sad that the Vodan and other one Tannberg and Isonzo, these don't have so much players anymore.
I have to admit,
But yeah, Battle of Empires is a game I played a lot.
I not really played lots of World War One games, but I watched a lot of documentaries about World War One.
There are quite
Because I think it's
few
pretty
cool
interesting.
documentaries. There's also a cool German documentary series where they reuse a lot of the actors. I think it was from BR Alpha, from Bayerischer Rundfunk.
Yeah, okay.
And they had a lot of parts with every one of these. And it was not as much as a documentary, more like a movie, where they had like the
Gear up.
how the armistice came to be
Feels good, huh?
and how the peace treaty came to be. And you see it more from the German perspective and from the different German factions perspective. And you also had the Kapp Putsch, which came in 1920. I think that was very well executed for a German, a German kind of movie, kind of TV production. Better than the usual shit you get, the money you have to pay.
Yeah, we also have how's the movie called from Germany about World War One? All Quiet at the Western Front, I think was it called. It was also pretty.
Yeah, there were some movies. I watched a new one, but it was kind of weird, at least, especially in the end,
Over. Get back to work. More Zeds inbound.
with this weird general that just ordered an attack. I mean, there were generals ordering attacks, but quite few, and not to this extent. Especially not German ones, because they already knew that the war was lost. I like the Ole movie more, where you have this meme from the guy with his shovel.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
makes me a bit sad that, I mean, we will probably never see it happening, but that the book that sometimes is brought up contrary to Im Westen nichts Neues, Ein starke Wittern from Ernst Jünger, will probably never be made a movie. Because I think that is also interesting in its own right, because it describes the war more objectively, I think, and not as this necessarily as this great tragedy or from this perspective. It's hard to put in words, but funnily enough, this book also had lots of different versions. Always kind of depended on which government was there in Germany. Of course, in the Weimar Republic, it was more tamer, and then with Nazis, it was more warlike and glorifying the war. And then in the VRD, it was tamer again, and the descriptions were different sometimes. This book is from World War One. Ein starke Wittern from Ernst Jünger. Never heard of that book. That's quite possible. If you're not that much into World War One. And have you ever played Battlefield 1? Actually, no. I just saw the weird trailers with people standing on horses and stuff like that, and thought, no, not necessary. I played more like Tannenberg, and the Battle of Empires I also played a lot, because you could control the individual soldiers and manage their inventory and stuff like that. And my usual strategy was just grabbing a sniper rifle and then killing the enemies off one by one, even if that took hours, just to have no casualties at all.
A solid start, but many Zeds remain.
It's kind of bad that this newest World War One strategy game with the hex tiles came out, and I wasn't that much into World War One anymore, because I think that's as a game I would have enjoyed more. Oh yeah, World War One of my favorite history topics, especially since I like to place or from my main timeline I created my point of diversions there.
That was the last one.
With Germany winning the war. But like in Kaiserreich, it's very very strange because always if you create a Germany wins World War One timeline, people always say it's just like Kaiserreich. Then ignoring all the nuances you put into this. I was reading very very much one of the forums called alternate history or something like that, where also people discussed timelines and history and what would happen if X thing happened. And they also created their timelines
Last chance.
with like spanning over years, and you can just read it all. Yeah, I have to admit, when I was into that, I was living in a dorm, and the internet was really, really, really bad. I mean, I had to download the anime episodes I wanted to watch while eating, and that took like 2 hours to download one. And yeah, that was not much else to do than playing some weird, long, or time-consuming games. I actually making maps in Paint.net, so I did this. It was very uncool because when I met people on the internet, I never could really play with them. The only game I could play with them is coincidentally a Killing Floor 2, but I never could play Hearts of Iron 4 with them because the internet was just bad.
Yeah, German internet. Not that good.
I mean, the dorm internet was the shitty part, definitely. Also, a game that also worked sometimes, at least, was World of Warships. And I honestly would also play this game if you could just change your servers. Because I would want to play with my North American friends, but can't have shit.
Sucks. Yeah, but World of Warship is also a great game for community
Perfect.
someday. Yeah.
Port is open again.
Yeah, but
Docked.
I mean, we could only play with the European people. That's kind of that problem.
That's annoying.
I mean, if you could just switch your server, if they would give you a free switch or something like that. I mean, it kind of makes sense that you don't want to have all these very high skilled players flooding in from Asia onto other servers, but they did it's bad for people that have friends on other continents. Yeah, no, take a baguette. Oh, thank you. The baguette, Serena.
Pod.
And F50 Otters, World War One is just super interesting, but sadly, it's not taught a whole lot in the USA since we were only there for the end. I mean, in Germany, it's the same. It has not much room.
We only just
I
talk
think,
about World War II.
yeah. I mean, we just talked, I think, 1 hour about World War One. Yeah, the trenches and stuff like this, and we're done. And yeah, that was it. I think we talked more about the lead up to it, colonialism and stuff, and also very, very, very brief. Oh yeah, the big thing, of course, was World War II. But World War II until you can vomit it all out. Actually, one of the things that was getting me into history was in no, was it 7th? I think it was in 7th grade. I actually have to think a bit about that because our school was kind of weird because they separated the classes very weird because we had a lot of additional buildings, kind of containers and stuff, and
Yeah, okay.
that was the way they separated us. I think it was in 8th grade when one of the teachers, or when the history teacher, she showed us Die Deutschen, the documentary, or documentary series, and that's one of the big things that got me into history, because you could also watch the people doing the history, stuff like that. And yeah, my favorite episode is Bismarck und das Reich. For the Germans that know that.
Fix that armor. It looks terrible.
my school was not really that great, and the only thing we watched was Schindler's Liste over and over.
Oh, I actually
I don't
we
know why,
never
but
watched
every
that.
year,
Port's closed. Go
no?
make a difference.
Every year. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, every year because our teacher says no plan what to do with us, so they just said, "Hey, you know what? We watch the movie again." It was so terrible.
we had this one music teacher that we never had, that we only had regularly for 1 year. But every other time he was making this Vertretungsstunde, he watched some music awards with us. But he did it with every class. We sat into the biggest music room we had, and just watched this Grammy, whatever. I don't know what it was exactly. And yes, I'm quite a big Bismarck fan. I actually tried to write an article on a very shady site, and I only now realize how shady that was. But yeah.
I mean, he helped reform the modern Germany.
I mean, you can say he fought the modern Germany.
Nice work. We can reopen the trader pod soon.
And I mean, you don't have to like his internal politics stuff, but he was really
That's
smart,
debatable.
also in uniting Germany
Oh yeah.
and getting all these princes and especially the South Germans into Germany.
That was the last one. Get to the indicated pod for resupply.
I mean, the people were so impressed by him that they just built towers all across Germany
You were this
in his honor.
P, as they say.
Sound
Yeah.
off. How's everyone for ammo?
In my city where I live,
Downtime isn't an excuse
our
for a cigarette
marketplace
break.
is still called the Bismarckplatz.
Ah, cool. I think in Bonn is still a Bismarck Tower,
Bonjour. Come and get
and I was there once. But it's very, very interesting. When I lived in Bonn and also worked there, you had still all these more very a lot of street names named after German generals. It's nothing you can see somewhere else in smaller German cities. Or, I mean, you have some here in my Eastern German smaller city I live in. It's just kind of weird when you have this Stauffenbergstraße and you
Oh, okay.
think that's East Germany, but
And I think we still also have the Rommel-Kaserne. So
it's possible. But in the last few years, I also heard that they renamed
yeah, they want to they
most
renamed,
of
but I
the.
think some politicers just leave it by then. And say, let's call it still by the old name.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's like most of people that call Twitter, not X.
Yeah.
I mean, lots of historical figures, but I want to. Please let me go. But I want to rename stuff because it's named after them. They're just ignoring the historical context of these people and measuring them by modern standards. And I mean, you don't have to one to one repeat what they did. But maybe acknowledging that uniting Germany was quite a task is or something you can honor a person for.
Let's get you restocked.
Because let's be honest, in the times before Germany was united, other nations would just use our lands as battleground for hundreds of years. And I mean, maybe it's not that good that we then made them the battlegrounds, but yeah.
Solid performance so far, but I'm not loving the quiet.
I don't think that the modern other smaller German states could stand in this modern globalized world as well as Germany united can.
Fit as a fiddle.
Time's almost up. Vite.
But M50, did your music class teacher ever play any of the anime music videos? I don't think. Because those videos in elementary school were the only thing I ever cared about in music class. I don't think. No. It was just his awards. But this was also the teacher that wanted us to play on the Schlagzeug. And I was one of these students that had no real sense for that. I still somehow got a good grade. But the one thing I hated at school was sports. And that was graded. And I never liked. I think the thing I had most sports was the changing rooms. Because I was very shy, I didn't want to change before other people. I mean, there are girls too, but and Pumpkin Cat Niche, you're a blessing. You're amazing and a blessing. Want nothing but the world for you. Thank you, Pumpkin. And I have to admit, I wanted to watch your stream, but I had my own stream, but because I think that Among Us with Kali looked very fun. And that one died. But anyway, what kind of secondary school did you go to? I went to a Realschule, and it was still yeah Realschule. I think they just renamed the Hauptschule.
I was going to Gesamtschule.
Oh, I haven't heard that for quite a time. What was that like?
Not that great. I mean, the school was pretty old, and the teachers were not really nice, and really. Lots of teachers have favorite students, and when a teacher just don't like you, he gives you bad grades, and it was pretty common in my school.
Sounds bad.
Have you checked your ammo?
It reminds me of that one math teacher that
Go heal your teammate.
liked to lean forward when girls were sitting in the front. I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, we also had lots of.
But what I
especially
Ready to take on the world.
yeah. But
our sports teacher was in a scandal about something like this as well.
yeah.
Yes, with the changing rooms and stuff like this. Yes.
Glad you made it back.
Shit. I mean, can't go to German school without that. I think probably every school has this problem. Oh, Pumpkin Dish, it's all good. I have a habit of streaming late and everything, so I don't blame anyone. I didn't want to blame myself or something like that. I just wanted to say I would have wanted to watch, and the sirens nearly killed me. That's going through 2 sirens nearly killed me. Fuck. I have to just. And yes, after this one, I will try to make Hero a bit louder. Um, maybe I will watch the what? If I remember, in respect to my biology teacher, a man was built like a space marine. He is good. And biology was one of the more interesting courses we had. Not gonna lie. Also chemistry. And information technology also. All of that was kind of weird at some point. Because we wanted to recreate the school for an open door day, whatever. And none of us actually did it, and we... Oh, I have. Where did I get the flamethrower from? Yeah, I was just spending, I think in total, we we had the double hours with us teachers, and I think I spent like 10 weeks or something like that outside, because it was some outside area in front of our gym I had to do, and I was very quickly finished with that, and I just asked the teacher every time if I can go out and look at it again, and then wouldn't reappear for the rest of the hour. Yeah, I was doing that. But let's be... I'm honest, there was not much else to do in the hour. But he also, after we finished that, he made us program games in Scratch. That was kind of fun.
That was the last one. Get to the indicated pod for resupply.
Good as new.
So sad. You were quite the team player back there.
At any great paper, our PE teacher had hips wider than her shoulders, and that always confused me. Understandable. My PE teacher was chill. We did plank challenges together. Cool. Yeah, ours was kind of normal, I think. Yeah. We had a very old, especially in the last 2 years, we had a very old, strict German teacher. And she also then taught the whatever politics stuff. And yeah, she liked to
Time's up.
do this thing where she just talks and talks and feels like she is the most intelligent person alive. And we are just stupid children and stuff like that. I mean, she never said that, but it kind of gave the vibe. And Autos, my PE teacher was diabetic, and if you helped him clean up, and after class he gave you some of his candy. Well, that's nice. Thank you for the headbands, Tiny Great People. By the way, Tiny Great People, if you want to join, you're free to join.
But there are plenty left.
But only if you want. I had that a few times, but teacher make it obvious when they think less of you. That's kind of interesting. How different teachers did different stuff in the hours the normal teachers didn't have time, because the first history teacher I had, he was very cool, and in my first history test I had as the only one in class an A, which was very cool. But when he had these hours, he would teach us about the JFK assassination. Why? No one knows. But he would go through the details and kind of work with us what has happened or what is believed to have happened. And that was kind of interesting. And he also was the teacher. We then made a trip this one afternoon to Dachau, to the concentration camp. And he also made the guide. He was the guide there. And it was very interesting. We even went there. And yes, from that you can guess that I grew up near Munich.
In my case, we went to Buchenwald.
Ah,
That's
oh no. Now I know the general area you live in. When I was doing my apprenticeship in Bonn, we also had a trip for the apprentices, whatever. And we went 1 week to Berlin. And yeah, you can guess where we went. We went to the Sachsenhausen. We went to the Topography des Terrors Museum. We went to the Holocaust Memorial, where the people used to jump between the blocks. When we was there, that was kind of the trend. Some reason we went to the Bundestag, of course. Was a big fan of the library there. But we went to all kinds sorts of stuff. And I was very smart because I have red hair. My skin is very sun vulnerable to sun. Didn't pack the sun cream or didn't use it. And yeah, then I was in Sachsenhausen, just getting sunburns.
There's Zeds on the scope.
that's
And yeah, the day after I was as red as a lobster. Nearly as red as my hair. Yeah, that kind of made it not good. And yeah, I think we were just at one of the GDR and Wall museums, so the rest was just Nazi stuff or current political stuff. Well, it's not the most interesting
Get back to work. More Zeds
of trips.
inbound.
when we went.
But it was kind of fun to do something again with people my age. Or roughly my age. I mean, I began my apprenticeship when I got 17, and one of my other apprentices was 78 at that point, or even 30, something around 30. That was interesting.
One mistake, and they're all dead.
I kind of miss it because now I don't have really contact with people my age outside the internet. Yeah, that was kind of the reasons why I also wanted to do VTubing, to connect again to people, or to be a shut-in. For first community streams, I needed 10 minutes or so to mentally prepare myself for that. But now I can just join in. Yeah. So, I think I'm talking again. Bodensee got a nasty sunburn there on the boat ride. Bodensee. I think I was there just once because I had a job qualification kind of meeting there. Otherwise, I was never there, to be honest.
Just saw a shimmer. Something.
I will try a few more clover pit runs and then run. Okay, tiny grab people. Antos, I fell asleep on the beach in Florida once under an umbrella, and my forehead was in the sun, and when I woke up, it was bright red. Yeah. I have to admit, it's been a long time since I was at a beach. Oh, what? Even on hard, and I got the achievement. And yeah, I was at the Nordsee or Ostsee with my parents, but that was when I was 5 or something like that. I mean, I can barely remember that, and since then I was never at the beach. Understandable, mate. I, for one, find it tough to connect to people my age, not mature enough. That's also sometimes a point. I have to do. I have a lot to do with kids or young adults or something like that, and yeah, they're really annoying me. I'm at work. Whatever. Yeah, they're getting really on my nerves. I have to admit, especially the younger ones when they are migrants, because they don't really follow the rules. Which is funny because most other people, especially then the older migrant kids, follow the rules to the letter, even better than the German kids. But yeah, the younger migrant kids, yeah, they have problems with women and following and listening to them, doing what they say. It just gives me the urge to kick them out. Okay, let's see if we can get tiny gray people in if this game loads. Just wait for that time, and let's hope no one else gets ready. You look a bit angry. I always wear hats, and it hurts so much just to put them on. The only guy I work with who is my age keeps quoting brain rot memes, and he's driving me nuts. I can't see that. And tiny great peoples and nice. Muddy head, Yana, haha. Hey, if I'm just telling what I've experienced. Okay, then let's ready up too. But yeah, most of them are pretty chill. Most of the migrants actually you meet on the library. And most of the people as well. And then you have the people that just want to make your day worse. They try to steal stuff. Like the newspaper for some reason. And then they kind of feel entitled to it because the library is in public space, but they are not even members. I mean, I'm now the 5th year of working in a public library, and yeah, you see stuff. See stuff you've never seen before.
I'm back.
And experience also stuff. It's completely different to working in a scientific library where you have the same 5 people every day. And these are all scientists.
The mission is underway.
Very
Hello,
Christmassy.
tiny grey people.
Hello, Kira.
Yeah. And I forgot to make Kira Lotta. He will survive it. Hey, when I'm talking, I'm very distracted, you know that. Yeah, how are you doing, tiny grey people?
Oh, baby.
I'm doing fine. Now we could confuse the English viewers again and speak German, but I think we let that It would be funnier if we had a non-German speaker on stream or on voice chat.
All I do is kill this. I'm still poor.
When you're done, I can reopen the trader pod.
Bum bum. M50, I live near a Hindu temple. Wow, cool. And I can relate to Yana. Oh. I know what you mean. All good, similar experiences here too.
Make for the pod and gear up.
I mean, stereotypes are not made from nothing.
Feels good, huh? When no one dies.
M50, apparently it's the second biggest temple on the East Coast, well, of the Americas, and it in bum fucking nowhere. You kind of sometimes you kind of have stuff like that because I was informing myself about Islam a few months ago,
Buy some.
and they have some mystic branch where one of the worship forms is dancing, and they're called dervishes, which I only know because they've one of their weird branches fought on the Central Powers side in World War One, and apparently they have
Back to it, mes amis.
a pretty large for their small sect, pretty large center also somewhere in a small village in Germany, which is very strange, but they're also not liked by the main branch of Islam, so it's understandable.
Now finish the job.
Very interesting. They are pretty close to the to Berlin, where the Shaolin Temple, the biggest Shaolin Temple I think of Germany is, which is also cool. But yeah.
Where did you go?
M50. It's surrounded by farm fields, and it's just looks so out of place. It's weird helping the farmers in the fields and hearing Hindu music echo through the valley. That sounds kind of weird. I mean, at least it's something interesting. It doesn't get too much on your nerves. Only the only run-ins I had with Eastern religions was when I was in Cologne,
Everyone makes it out alive.
and you know when you're walking the streets in the big cities, people just want to sell you stuff, and sometimes even approach you. And I actually fell for that once when I think it was a Buddhist gave me a book and explained me a bit about Buddhism, and said, that a book is a gift, and a few sentences later you wanted money for that, and I paid him. Yeah, but then it never happened to me again.
Hurry up.
But I think I threw away the book at one of my when I was moving one of the times, and yeah, I don't have it anymore.
Pod's closed.
But yeah, happened once, never happened again.
So far.
And since then, I'm just ignoring people on the street. Might even be a bit creepy at night. The temple itself is not bad, but people came as far as Ontario and act rude to us locals like they own the place. That's bad. That's always bad. When the people come from far and, yeah. I mean, where I'm living, the foreigners are very, other foreigners are very, very humble. Always say thank you and stuff like that. It's more the locals that are the problem. Heh. Can't remove them. Reminds me instantly of Ludwigshafen here. Never go there. Is it like Frankfurt am Main? I mean, I was in Frankfurt once, even in the central part of the city, and after that I knew why people don't like it, especially ugly as hell. And I did some architecture blocky crimes in Dresden, but Frankfurt is worse,
Nicely done. Those teammates
in my
of yours
opinion.
don't look so well.
If you see the place is a helpful not to visit, yes. Okay.
We scared them all.
But I have to admit, I've never planned to visit Ludwigshafen. I just get this gun this time. Should like Al Capone with the Tommy gun. Ooh.
Fit as a fiddle. We're winning, yes. But do not underestimate us.
Bonjour. Come and get your tools of trade.
Oh, okay.
I'm a bum. By the way, Kira, tomorrow, pre-order for Christmas boxes. Will you get one?
Yes, the Tyranid box, the Crusher Stumpies.
Oh. I guess you have the Space Marine stuff already. I myself will get the Tau box. I mean, I have Foresight, but I plan to kit bash him. And I have to admit, I still have 3 boxes, 3 unbuilt boxes of crisis suits. And 3 built crisis suits that I still need to paint. And you can't have enough crisis suits. Tiny Grey people, will you get a Christmas box? Or does one look interesting to you? Okay.
I actually haven't even checked them out, to be completely honest. I haven't kept up with currently releases regarding 40k. I've seen some 30k stuff actually that I maybe want to get and kit bash, but not sure.
I mean, for an Atmic fan, watching all the 30k
I'm not
stuff
talking about
that you
the
didn't...
Ethnic stuff, to be completely honest.
Make for the pod
I-
and gear up.
Yeah, but
I-
it still must be painful.
Though I like Atmec, I literally hate how GW treats them, and I don't plan to pick up anything Atmec related during the next few years until they actually figure out what they want to do with the faction.
Absolutely understandable.
Everyone got ammo.
The Atmic is just treated very badly.
There's Zeds on the scope.
By the way, Kira, where did you get your models mostly from?
Taschengeldi.
Okay. The last kill team I also ordered from there, but I prefer Kutami. Probably you also heard of them,
Last chance.
because
Down the pod.
Actually not.
when they are in Flensburg, I think it was Flensburg, but
okay.
they ship very, very, very fast. And when you order, possibly you have it by the second day. And when you pre-order stuff, they actually send it, that you get it on the Friday before the Saturday release would be. And that's very, very cool. And I think they have the most discount. It's a bit, a few euros more than Tashigel Deep, because I compared after I bought the Kill Deep stuff at the Tashigel Deep. I then looked at Kutami and they had a few more euros off.
A decent beginning. Let's
What the fuck?
I wouldn't know.
I did.
What? Why would you kick him? Yeah.
It was weird. initiated the vote?
Some of the other players, I think. There must be.
And I find out who was that. Then I will kick him. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm probably
How's my
checking
shot doing?
sounds pretty handy.
Yeah, I think they have the best prices. The only thing they don't really discount is the paints. It's when you
Yeah.
it's when you buy that's my experience when you buy hobby stuff. You mostly need specific stuff, and finding a shop that has everything you need is sometimes very hard. And I don't like to do these orders, and I like to have no shipping costs, and that was one of the traps that got me to buying much stuff. I also like when I buy paints, I just like to throw a kit in there, and this is how a pile of shame also gets built. I don't start.
And I have to admit, I bought the new Mario Skalga mini. I know I don't need him because I have the previous one, but he looks cool. So I.
You are an Ultra Mario player, so you get a pass for that. I mean, yeah, you're release-wise, you're eating good. Although I have to admit, how these two characters, but how these two main characters were treated, that's bad. They were just killed off. Warhammer community
Yeah, off
article
screen,
or something
yeah.
like that. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's. It was not some characters. It was Ultramarine characters, and quite popular and well known ones at that.
It was named Ultramarine characters who are just killed off screen. That's the new one.
Yeah. Seems like GW doesn't know what really to do. But I should read the chat. Probably one of the worst places to visit in Southwest Germany. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. The hills it started to sound like Pittsburgh.
Horrible pain by driving. Come to Dresden. I swear to God, every fucking corner is a new fucking construction site. You just try to take a small trip through the city, like nothing more than 20 minutes, just stand like 1 hour around because these fucking idiots apparently are too stupid to read the second part of the contract where they have to fill the hole at some point. Legit,
Yeah, that's this. I think
constructions have
that's
over a
every
year and
big
nothing is
city.
happening. God, I always get unreasonably angry when I drive to Dresden. I hate that city so much.
I live near Cologne, and this is also the same thing.
Oh, Cologne is. I was just happy that I could use the tram. I didn't have to take the bus. And I also I was also when I moved to Bonn, I was also more taking because the school was in Cologne still. I then just used most of the time the actual train, because for some reason the tram there in Cologne is very shaky, but I still managed to sleep half an hour every tram ride. So
Come see me. The
Um.
port's safely open. Nicely done.
You know, trams are great, but you know what also great? The Dresden, they got new trams. And they are half a meter wider than the old ones. And you know what
Ooh.
happened?
Ah.
The first time they traveled and tried to pass themselves, they fucking hit each other. They literally drove into each other. I was in a tram and the fucking bus rammed it. Because it was just
Oh,
wider
no.
than they expected. And now if they travel around certain corners, they are no longer allowed to travel around certain corners on the same time. They need to wait until one passes and then the next one travels through. Because otherwise they would just ram into each other.
Oh no.
Good night, Fire Marine. I hope you have a nice sleep.
I'm about to shut the pod.
It's
Good night.
stupid.
it's fucking great. Like they have 7 new trams. I think like 5 of them are currently in repairs because they hit each other.
Maintain the area's security.
But that sounds very German and very mobility company German like that they don't check this beforehand.
So happy that I got my driving license. Really.
Absolutely understandable. I mean, I will never get a driving license because I would be SpongeBob on steroids, and when you would get me in the car, or I would not I would not even start because I would be too afraid. But yeah, riding the train is sometimes very, very. It's an experience. Quite funny because on Monday Monday the week after next week, I have a work trip to Leipzig, but I haven't got my form for the trip back. So I'm just hoping it got lost somewhere so that I don't have to go, because I would have to get up at 4 and I would come back at 20. And yeah, I don't feel that.
That's rough. That's rough.
Yeah, because where I live is so remote that you have to drive like 3 hours there. And I have to be there before 9 because it's an event in the school. Probably said too much here, but yeah. And school, of course, starts at 9, or this event. And yeah, it also costs a fortune because the dedicated ticket for the for my
Area remains.
Bundesland and
You know how to stay
the time span break here you can use it starts at 9. And yeah, pretty bad. But I would get the money back, so that's not a problem. But getting up at 4 would be quite a problem for me. Because I've got so used to getting up at 6 or 9. When I was in my apprenticeship, when I had to drive from Cologne to Bonn, then I would get up at 4. And every day I would have 4 hours of sleep. And then I would just sleep, repeat this time at the weekends there I would sleep very long. Yeah. Although I was quite glad when I could get up later, get more sleep.
Threads inbound.
Oh geez, that's a long trip. Yeah, it is. But I mean, it's across the Bundesland, more or less. Across the state, so to say. Although our states are not as big as your states. I can hardly wake up at 5 and I do that every day to go to work. So sorry for you.
I love working up that early.
When I have late shift, I really...
At 5 for,
When I have
for the longest time.
late shift, I use the time and really I sleep to 8. But it's mostly because I have problems going to bed on time. I try 12, but usually it's 2. And after my vacation, or in my vacation, it was more like 5. But at least my sickness cured that. So, broke a sleep schedule not even once. But Kira, you are also up very late sometimes. See what you do. But it's very amazing that you stay so long up for Valheim. I played that with Lee.
Survived without a
Yeah,
scratch, huh?
I mean, I have always to stay up at 6 in the morning, but I have a simple trick. The trick is caffeine. Just drink a lot of coffee
Glad you made it
and you're
back.
perfect for the day.
Anything?
Okay, that's that's
I
that's
know it's
that's
not
a good trick,
healthy,
but
but
I don't drink coffee.
Okay. Then
I try to not use stuff that
Bonjour.
I try to not use extra stuff to keep me awake because I want to keep my body cycle as natural as possible. Although that one
completely
Monday
understandable.
I ate some of these from Lind, I think. Coffee chocolate with 1 or 2%
Ah.
coffee in it. And that actually, I ate so much, I think 5 or 6 of these pralines. And that made me actually stay up longer. Till 4 or something like that. And I didn't have to do my usual post work nap. But it only worked once. I tried it again a few days later and it didn't work. Oh yes, golden balls as well. You. Interesting. And 50. I drink a lot of energy drinks. And for today, for today, I was running of 2 or 3 hours of sleep. I don't like energy drinks, so I don't like the smell. Oh no, sirens, sirens. Where are the other people? Chest. But yeah, most of my colleagues also can't make it without coffee. But to be honest, when I was doing the Hearts of 4 achievement hunting stuff, and also when I began to paint, I just had 4 hours of sleep. I fell asleep a lot at work, even at the customer desk, the service desk. But just for a few seconds, but it still happened. And now, luckily not, because now I at least try to get 6 hours of sleep.
Perfect. Port is open again. Let's get you restocked.
I think you got him.
Splash that cash.
Yeah, that was when I did 4 Creek soldiers a day with full highlights. And yeah, that destroyed part of my hand stuff for a time. So I'm not doing that again. I'm now taking proper breaks after painting or while painting,
Cat is just
so that my hand doesn't fall off.
the cat is just casually able to pump out an entire army in one day. Whilst I spent like 4 hours on a piece of a model you will never see again.
But I mean, you're painting more beautifully than me, and you pay actually attention to the lighting and stuff like that. I'm just doing the edge highlights and following tutorials and stuff like that.
Say you paint better than me.
Of course, you would say that.
Break time's over.
It's X.
Back to work. More Zeds inbound.
Oh, time for a hydrate. Oh. And while I hydrate, I just ignore the screams in the background. Oh, and I thought it would be an achievement title, but he is actually called the Toynet. Very, very, very fitting for a golden clanker. Boop, boop, boop.
Didn't we also like partake in this one painting competition together and you ranked higher than me?
Yeah, I was actually ranked 3rd, but it is always a community vote. I actually would want to do it again, but Kira, you must understand. They gave you this. It's one of these store competitions you have at the GW where you have this miniature of the month, and then they just give you a theme. You can use this miniature or you can't, or you don't use it. And for us, it was winter is coming, and I bought a lot of additional stuff just to make this diorama. And I made a diorama where you have this oval base, and I think I posted the photo on Twitter, but I should post it again. I've basically this. It's a rock formation where soldiers standing, and he's kind of on the autumn side. And you have also a little area with water. And on the other side, I bought a Sylvaneth kit with the tree creatures. I just bought it just for this diorama. And I painted one of them as an ice creature and surrounded him with snow and ice, and also the part where he was at there, the water was frozen. And he's just approaching this Age of Sigma soldier, this Cities of Sigma soldier. And yeah, that got me third place. I don't even know what the first place was.
Glad you made it back.
It sounds pretty cool.
You should post it again.
And Tiny Grey People did nearly the same, but with a different color scheme, and he used a wolf instead of the Sylvaneth creature. And also he bought the wolf kit just for that. And since that, I'm just using the Sylvaneth as tree basing. Just cut their limbs off. And it's water again. What
Yeah, I'm
business
not
does he have
such
with us?
good as a painter.
I think we just participated for fun, and I didn't really expect to actually win. I was pretty perplexed when I saw on the local Reddit that, or on the store's Reddit or the city's hobby Reddit, that I got the third place. It was very surprising for me. Yeah, with some of the stuff I painted are, I would actually want to do something like that again, because it's very nice to just get a bit creative and do something else than just painting the minis. Also working on the diorama with the scissor and a very late autumn diorama. So I wanted to finish sooner, but yeah, time gets in the way. And yeah, that would be cool. I usually don't get the ideas for dioramas. I'm not very creative, and also kit bashing is not something and we won again. It's not something I'm doing often. But slowly getting into kit bashing. I think the most the kit bash I wanted to do most was the High Marshal Helbrecht, because I didn't like how he has just his sword and his orc, and I redid that. I put this lantern out of his hand and got him his weapon into his hand, his combi border thing. And I had to do it. I bought this kill team with the rogue traders multiple times, or 2 times. And for that I also did some kit bash and swap stuff. Just that they don't look samey. Because sometimes this kit you have 2 times the same guy, or exact the same people, and you can't even repost them really. So kit bashing was necessary.
Hey, at least you did those yourself.
Yeah, very, very proud of that. I think the one I'm most proud of is the one woman or girl rogue trader and Voidsman that and I gave her a bit from the sister novitiates, but a sister novitiate holds out this piece of paper, and you can just pretend it's the warrant of trade or something like that. And she just shows them to show here this rogue trader has the power or the right to do this or something like that.
Mission is kill the bad guys.
Ah yes, the Hell Station.
Look out! Don't waste time.
And for painting, I'm just glad that my miniatures look decent. When I got into 40k, I didn't even think the painting part would be so much fun to me, or that I would put that much effort into it. I just mainly wanted to play. Now the hobbying side is actually more fun to me, because with this constant rule updates, I can't keep up to date.
Miniatures
And
don't.
it's kind of cool to see something done with your own hands.
I think your miniatures look great.
Thank you. And you're not the only one. And it's cool that you all like my miniatures. Putting much effort into them. Although sometimes it doesn't feel like it. I'm doing that.
Yeah. They look pretty good.
And I mean, sometimes I really put more effort into it. I mean, for the new Tyranids, for the new scheme I did, I'm just painting everything contrast and just cleaning up. And the only thing I really highlight is the carapaces or their armor. And the other stuff, and sometimes I even just quickly dry brush that. Because I don't want to highlight all the flesh. It's bad enough to do that on a humanoid model. But on these creatures, it's too much work. Billets, Fahrkarten, Billettes. Oh, M50. I've been so long. It's been so long since I've done a proper diorama. Oh, did you do dioramas? What was your favorite diorama you did?
Stay focused.
I always get super nervous when I paint because I don't want to bezel them up. Ah, yes. I also had that at the beginning. But when you have the right brush, it's actually good, and you actually know what to do, how to use the paint, how to fill it and stuff like that. And it gets better. And when you know the proper techniques. And I'm not just slapping them on, off the pot. Unfinned. Like I did my first miniatures, my Lord of the Rings miniatures. Never finned these paints, and hey, you can see that. I need to strip some of them and do before and after. Also something for when I have more time. I have to say, VTubing killed most of my hobby time. But at least in weekends I can do some bit. But since I'm streaming mostly Warhammer, that's also hobby time. An ancient Morphan died. What killed you?
What happened?
I killed myself.
Not again.
Ah,
How is this always happening?
explosives are very dangerous.
Oh no.
I did a North Africa campaign diorama for a high school project. Oh, you just could do that for a high school project. That would have been so cool if I could do that for school. With some Model N3 lead tanks and British infantry. Probably the most fun I've had on a school project. I can see why that is. I also did one more hobby stuff for school when I was in the school when I did my apprenticeship, because I had to design a wiki, and I also had to write articles for people to fill in so they can see how the wiki works. And I did one for my alternate timeline for the first draft. Most of the stuff is from today's perspective very cringe. And yeah, I was kind of proud and was working on that in much of my free time. Wish I had pics of it, but I lost them when my old phone book. But probably the diorama also doesn't exist anymore, because otherwise you would just make photos of it. But yeah, it sounds very cool. I think if I would have done such a diorama for school, firstly there wouldn't be any grades on it, and secondly I would probably get hanged or something like that. Because in Germany, especially in the schools, they don't like military stuff, or they display military stuff, and they don't care if you are displaying the allies or Axis stuff. And then you have the casual North German or whatever German grandpa villager that has casually a tank in his basement. Like it's the most normal thing in the world. Cookie! I remember seeing that on the news, yeah. I think it was not that recent, but there was a rather recent case of that. Oh, the door saved him from my shots. But I got the time from time to time. Like the casual bomb is found while doing some construction work stuff. And then they have to evacuate half the district or the full city district.
Every time in Cologne is construction work, we found a bomb from World War II.
Yeah.
Every fucking time.
Blut. Immer Blut.
And then the trains don't run. Sometimes even worse than when you have the carnival going on. I mean, it was cool that we always, in our company in Bonn, we always had then a party there and didn't have to work, but getting back to Cologne was sometimes not that easy. Especially getting back unbothered.
Target eliminated.
Oh, for this. I hate sirens just because they're so armor breaking, armor ignoring.
Yeah, we actually find bombs randomly every time. M50. Like I remember
Yeah, I'm
during my
50.
fun exam in middle school, they made us they renewed the pavement on a street nearby, and they just found a big like 2 ton um, bomb just buried a few meters under the street.
Yeah.
So we couldn't take our final exams that day.
Yeah, funnily enough, near me is a gas station, and at the gas station it's also Calvin's place, and they installed some electricity noting stations there. And when they dug the stuff there, they also found a bomb. Despite this being more of a country environment, so doesn't even only happen in big cities. I literally find the bombs everywhere.
Yeah, because the like the undetonated bombs sometimes they're just loaded onto wagons and carried outside the street. In the village where my grandpa lives, he has some acres of land there. They also found a bomb there because from the nearby city they just carried it there and buried it with some rubble.
No.
Like, oh, it didn't explode.
That's a good idea.
Buried here, that nothing will happen. That's also why they find so many random bombs, because like sometimes multiple bombs like hit one crater and just one goes off, like creates a crater and the other ones get more or less buried in there. And to just fix the streets quickly, especially in the larger cities, so that they can walk there, they just shoved a whole lot of random shit into these craters, like rubble and destroyed furniture and whatever, so just to make improvised pavements. And in this old craters they also find a lot of bombs, and they are mostly under main streets, so you can expect if they try to renew something on there that they just randomly find these rubble boxes with a bomb inside.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I wonder that we are still alive with the bombs still lying around.
Also, like, not safe, but most of them just will never go off as long as you don't tinker with them. Like the same thing happened with our the bomb that they found during my final exam. They tried to disarm it, and half of it didn't go off, but it started burning inside. So like half of the bomb just burned out, and then they had to disarm the second half, which was very nerve-wracking for them.
I can imagine that.
Because like, yeah, just burned off and stuff. They were just like, no, actually, they are mostly safe. Like, I wouldn't touch them, but as long as you don't disturb them, they won't do much.
I see sometimes shorts. I see sometimes shorts of these two guys that are just magnet fishing in rivers, and they also fight off the bombs, but they never have gone off. They just then alert the police, and they alert the people that disarm them.
One mistake and we're all dead.
Just don't fuss with the fuse. They will remain dormant, because like they didn't explode in 80 years. They probably don't get off just because they are moved a bit. But like the second you see them, just contact the police and everything is fine. Though the police is kind of stupid dealing with bombs. Me and my father, we ran the forest collecting mushrooms one time, and the forest apparently was during the later days of the war, there was like a battle between some SS troops and Soviets. So we were just walking there, and we just randomly found the old hand grenade from the Soviets, actually. My father also just he was really into military when he was younger. Also when he served in the military. So he had apparently a replica of a Soviet bomb, hand grenade one time, so that's the only reason why he apparently recognized it. And we called the police, and they came along, and like one of those guys were like, "Nah, that's not a hand grenade. That's just a fruit or something." He took a stick, just turned it around, and noticed, "Oh fuck, that's a hand grenade."
Doll.
Literally.
It's a fruit. Yeah, of course.
With some
Like,
weird
generating-
fruit.
generating
And of
metal
course,
fruit.
we have fruits like this in Germany. A reason for concern. It's just a weird banana. Maybe someone got into the rainforest and just traded it.
You can find an old arrowhead or maybe a rare musket, but you can find some weird shit in German forests. Like, if you know where to search, you can dig up entire grave sites if you want to.
Not only
Especially
that,
in
not
Eastern
only that.
Germany, yeah, not only that, but especially in Eastern Germany, you can find many, and I mean many, Soviet and Wehrmacht/SS, just skeletons lying around, or not lying around, but like a bit under the dirt. You don't even need to dig far. Sometimes the boars just dig them up accidentally, and then you have like a human bones lying in your garden because like it just dragged a bone there for some reason because it thought it was funny.
Area's mostly secure. Not terrible.
Or ammunition. You can also find a lot of fucking ammunition or old ammunition. Especially in here, old East German military sites, they just at the collapse of East Germany, they just dumped out the ammunition into the forest and fucked off.
Yeah. But in Russia they also did that, and but only that in Russia this stuff disappeared in mysterious ways. And got sold to people, probably. I mean, but you have to be lucky to find something more interesting in Germany, something like from not World War II, something older, because you have so much World War II stuff. Because nearly in all parts of Germany there was fighting. So it makes sense that you find World War II stuff.
It's also highly sought after. Like there's entire black market of military memorabilia where people just go out and dig up old ammunition, try to defuse them themselves, and then sell them off at auctions and stuff. Or just, or sometimes even just don't defuse them in any way and just sell them as they are, which is fucking great.
I can see, especially in Germany where everything is so highly regulated. I think if you get caught with that, get a huge penalty. Ah, fuck.
Caught with that. You are basically fucked. Like, you will have so many charges pressed against you, especially because like, even though most of them are like, again, most of the stuff is more or less safe as long as you don't fuck with it. Like if you see it and just let it rest, it won't explode on you randomly. But if you fuck around with it, it's more dangerous than if it would be freshly placed there, because like the fuses are breaking down, the chemical compounds are breaking down, so they are unpredictable at that point, and even just wrong handling could make them just go off. Which is actually something also every kid in Eastern Germany gets taught in the school, that like if you find something metal, don't fucking touch it. Oh, it looks like a ball. No, it's not a ball. Don't touch it. Oh, it looks like a fucking can. No, it's not a can. It will literally blow off your hand. And that's
Funnily
you're
enough,
lucky.
in Bavaria, they never thought of such things. Just the usual don't throw snowboards. They never discouraged
Yeah,
us from
because
picking up stuff.
yeah, because apparently in Western Germany they actually try to get most of the stuff back, and the fighting in Eastern Germany, according to my grandpa, apparently wasn't that horrible like in Eastern Germany, again in the forests and stuff, where they just tried to hold back the Soviets with everything they could.
Yeah, makes sense.
So you normally don't get taught that stuff in Western Germany because it's just irrelevant to you. Your chances of encountering something like that in Western Germany are pretty low, but in Eastern Germany you can again just find it lying around randomly in the forest. Again, especially if boars are in the area, they just dig up shit like that all the time. A lot of the there's an whole institution over here. I don't know if they are also active in West Germany, where they try to dig out as many fallen soldiers as possible from every side and try to reunite them with the descendants of them. Or
Yeah, the
give them a proper
Deutscher
burial.
Kriegsgräberverband works in all parts of Germany.
Yeah. And they are actually pretty happy about the boar situation, because like if they dig up a part of a like human body, most of the time the police gets called because there's a skeleton lying around, there's a crime scene, blah blah blah. Then the police shows up and it's like, nah, that's older, that's not a crime scene. And then they get informed and start digging around in the area, and they're pretty lucky and mostly find the guys. But again, sometimes also pick up the bones and just carry them around for some reason. I don't know why. Like they had this entire thing near my grandpa's village where they thought they had like found an area of heavy fighting, but it was just a boar ringing a skull, and nobody knows where they got the skull from. It just appeared.
The worst thing I found was a fox skull in the forest. In Bavaria, where my parents live.
Also, funny thing, thanks to the East German government trying to like get every bit of coal they could get, they also opened up a lot of mines that were really horrible. Like you had so little coal in there, they dug it up, and like a month later they could almost close it again because it was empty. You have a lot of random lakes around in the countryside that are really small, and you're not allowed to swim in there because the East German army just dropped off their old armaments in there.
But you have also in these areas where they mine, you have also the problem that when you you have also large areas of the forest just walled off, or you are not allowed to stray from the way this time this time seriously, because with all the mining going on, the water went away. And you have like these huge holes beneath the ground, and when you step on it, it can happen that the whole area just sinks in. And you can bury it in it very quickly. That's why we have so many areas where they just tell you to not go there. It's not because they had bases there or something like that. It's just because the ground just can give in randomly.
Germany is such a great place. Even the forest tries to swallow you whole.
And at least it's not a bear or something like that.
I wish we had stuff like arrowheads or something that you can find here, because it would be much more fun than finding grenades. You could actually, like, I could actually collect that shit and like display it or something. But
By the way, this is the Green Grin. And Grin is not even here for his restaurant to open. Oh, what can we get at the Green Grin? The beet sandwich, mango sandwich. That doesn't look like mango. Pumpkin soup, corn soup, cherry dumplings, falafel. Let's just to be sure that mango sandwich doesn't look like one. Hey, Chainsaw Man.
Cook you on the inside.
Strike to Mango sounds very much like Mango looks like tomato, yeah. That's true. Ah, yeah. She adjusts here by the barricade where Kira kills them all in melee. I'm just trying to prevent Kira from getting attacked. Yeah, the G36 is pretty cool.
Never tire of spilling blood.
Your team's chances are not looking good with all those injuries. Fun. Planning on stabbing your way through. Buy ammo.
Any more of that?
Shittering Joe's
To alleviate your suffering.
Tank Burger. And we can't read where we actually are.
We're in danger of looking like a team here.
Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Oh, it goes to there. Foxton.
I don't need that.
Cambridge. We are somewhere.
Again.
Somewhere in England.
Mistake, and we're all dead. So much blood.
Bum, 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 bum. I've without restriction. A Caesar card.
Cutting them down.
Hey, Kira protecting me while I'm
Spend
reading
money,
this stuff.
Save money. Keep balance. Oh, okay.
To go through there.
Target eliminated. Reloading. Ja, Schweinehund. Good kill.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, he died quick.
God, I'm getting tired.
I mean, always midnight in 3 minutes.
My day was terrible, but I had no thank you.
Ah, that sucks.
Will you continue much longer or?
I don't know. I have to admit I'm getting tired too. And we are in London indeed. Interesting.
Area almost totally secure.
I mean, Paris got nuked, but London is the gate to hell, so it's got it worse.
Feeling pretty bashed up.
Free cash
Paris because they
withdrawals are.
Paris because the people there are not only French but also live in Paris.
If I'm honest.
Me, they are dead.
Need money. Here's money to buy nice things
my
with.
refuge and my fortress.
My war contribution.
My God, in whom I trust.
Here's money to buy nice things with.
How's that?
Fit as a fiddle.
Here you go.
Ready to take on the world.
We struggle not with flesh and blood.
Last call for guns and bullets.
Unrefined via pure sound. Sinne. Seinheiser. At least to try.
That's funny. Yeah. Ooh,
Oh, it's someone else.
King Flashbound.
We can take him. And these one probably as well. Where is he? He's on me, he's on me. We need the grenadier. Where's the explosion person? There. Are you tiny great people? We need you. Flesh bones don't like explosions.
Yeah, I know that. I have no idea where I am and I can't see you in the game.
Healer? Excuse me? No? Okay.
Healer teleport around the map again.
No, he was literally standing beside me. Yeah.
Stop running from me. I am here.
There you are. Go get him. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
You can do it.
Don't have grenades, but I think I can just shoot him dead.
Just shoot. Just shoot. Yeah.
Nice back shots.
Go.
Ha. I mean, it was in the back, it were shots.
Good. Here. How's that? Much better.
And I actually killed him.
Oh, I'm actually going to sleep now.
Okay.
Okay, then I will go to sleep as well.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe next time during a day where I'm not tired as shit. Then
Maybe
bye.
problem.
Bye.
Oh, bye.
Good night.
Okay. So enter stream somehow. Yeah, for all of you who are watching or have watched, thank you and thank you for the comments. What do I want to do? I tend to read someone. Isn't Lee streaming? Who is actually streaming? Following? Well, he isn't actually streaming. What is he doing? Then we will. Okay. You'll do this again. Okay. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever. And thanks for watching. And bye.